Chainlink update for the 1st of May. We're right around $15, up about 5% on the day so far. The monthly close just happened. Let's take a look on the macro and see what we can focus on in the coming months and a potential top 4 Chainlink this cycle. So let's get right to it. Looking at price action, all the way back from the start of the market, right? The start of the bull. We have established base. We have a high. We have a low. We have a higher high and a higher low, which we just closed last month. Just under the 21-month EMA. We're trying to breach it right now. And if you've been watching any of the videos, it's $20 is the pivot point. That's not going to change. And the faster we get to it, the higher these targets can be. So the 1618 currently, if our lows are in, which we're assuming they are around $10, then the 1618 is a pretty good starting target. It's a new all-time high at 61, right, from just this move here. If you look at the macro Fibonacci, which we've looked at before, it's over 200 and something dollars. That was great to look at, back in here and maybe even here, but we're running out of time. Not that Chainlink can't do that eventually, maybe next cycle, but the fact that this is the end of 2025 right here, the end of this fib scale, right? This is 2026 on the other side here. So we have to make these moves in a shorter amount of time. However, right, there are signs of that could still potentially get out of hand here, right? We're waiting for Bitcoin dominance to come down to get an actual alt season. So we haven't had any of that during all of this, right? And, alt season definitely helps to favor these bigger kind of market cap alts like Chainlink. We're in a definitive uptrend, right? Higher highs and higher lows. We looked at that. But not only that, but look at what's happening to the Bollinger Bands here. This top red line, right? We can kind of get rid of this for now. The top red line and this lower green line. The Bollinger Bands are cinching up here, indicating in the probably couple of months ahead, maybe going into the later half of this year, a bigger move is on the horizon. And maybe we get a big squeeze out of this. And right in time for alt season, maybe we get a 100% candle on the monthly. Maybe we can 2x in a month or so, right? That's not out of the wheelhouse based on everything that's going on. We're holding above. Remember, this is the monthly chart here. We're holding above the monthly Gaussian median line. Been bullish since really November of last year. We've held up here, made new highs at the top of the Bollinger Band, came back down. Okay. To the median the median Gaussian, and we're holding here. And now we're probably expecting some kind of larger move here in the next, several to 6 months, right? So not saying we can't go up between now and then. Again, the faster we get above 20, which coincidentally, right, if you noticed, like where's the 618 on this fib? Is it right at 20? Is it also at the top of the Gaussian channel? Like $20 is the thing. You don't have to just wait for 20 and then Link is ready. Like if we can get these bands to like pinch up another couple of months, right? Like this, price action starts coming up here. Like I would expect some kind of pretty explosive move here. Get these bands open like this, right? And then the end of the end, right? However high this goes, the faster we get to 20 above this channel, the higher we can go, right? We need the traction, right? You've got to get the traction first. The traction happens at 20. So from the macro perspective, we've got everything we need. Just a little bit of patience, but we do need Bitcoin dominance to simmer down. And it's unfortunately just climbing to higher and higher highs, week over week, seemingly. So we're waiting for a top out of that, get that back to the 50s at least before we can expect a big move. Now, if this starts to top and if Bitcoin starts to get to new all-time highs, calm down, dominance falls, Link's about like $20, $21, that's a recipe for the Link hurricane, okay? That will do very well for us, right? All of that recipe coming together. Now let's zoom into the weekly. And look at where we're at, right? We're very close to turning bigger bullish on the weekly chart for the first time in a while. Again, weekly Bollinger Bands pinching up here, right? You can imagine where we start to just see something like this, right? We start to just creep up, get above the upper Bollinger Band on the weekly, get above the upper Gaussian on the weekly, right? All of this at the same time. Like, look at the prices here. Everything starts to go our way, and it's, if you're in Link, we got patience, and sadly, we're probably going to need some more patience, right? Just because of all of this. Just look at the evidence in front of you. It's not likely going to happen tomorrow or next week, probably not even next month, right? But in the months ahead, if we can get an explosive move and all this sets up perfect, just look at the charts here, right? We're right there. So get above 15, $15.50, $16, right? Takes out all these moving averages. That starts the traction gaining. Then the monthly, right? Just zooming in a little bit starts to really bring everything into focus. All right, so there's the weekly. We need to go in anymore? Not really. Chainlink's just been kind of trying to find its equilibrium here. Like, if you're wondering why we're struggling, right? Look, that's a major moving average. That's a 600-day moving average in the pink because we're on a 3-day chart. It's really a 200 EMA, but on a 3-day chart, right, you can do the maths. All right, so Gaussian channel still red here. We got to get above the median line a little bit higher. If we turn that off, we clear this up a little bit. Look at the Bollinger Bands here. The narrowest we've been in a long time, since back here, right, where we went sideways for a while and then kaboom. Kind of trying to do that similar vibes. We want to hold above like 1360 area. That's the median Bollinger Band. We have to start to close multiple 3-day candles above the 200 here. Again, right around 15. If we can maintain price action above 15 for just about a week, I think we'll see a bigger move. So that's what we're watching for. Get up here. Or, a definitive close up here. That was a 23% 3-day candle. We would take that again. Like, imagine if it's going to be this one. Look where that gets us. That would, nuke us straight to, $18. Like, it gets us above all these highs for the past several weeks. A lot starts to go our way. Similar to back here, right? Bounce again off the 600, bounce off the 600, climb your way back up, start to get on top of all moving averages. Bollinger Bands pinching up. Looks pretty much like a rhyme to me. So watch for this in the days ahead. Get above 15, close multiple candles on the daily and the 3-day above 15, and then we can start to get a little bit more excited. All right, that's Chainlink. Just a brief update for you. Hopefully you found that helpful. If you want daily updates, consider subscribing to our Patreon group. I'm in there every day. And quote of the day, here we go. Think in the morning, act in the noon, eat in the evening, sleep in the night. Right? Plan, do, recover, rest. The Cliff's Notes of that. All right. Car of the day. McLaren P1, because why not? You can have this one for about $2 million. This is actually on McLaren's property and their headquarters. Pretty cool. This is one of the prototype ones. And I just so happen to have a large-scale version of this. If you'd like to hang around for a second, I'm grabbing it off the shelf here. All right. Let's see if I get the camera back on. Jesus. There it is. It looks awful similar. This is actually a big one. I got this at the end of the last bull run because it's like super expansive. The doors actually go up. There's actually real carbon fiber on here, real carpet. I'm very scared to be holding this up, but the detail is insane. Like, it has actual shocks in the hood. The functioning shocks. Holy hell. Like, carpet in here, carbon. Probably obviously my favorite car model that I own. But look at, even in the, it's so realistic. Like, you could see like the engine work back in through here, just like the real cars. The wing goes up and down. It sits on my desk. And I'm very nervous to ever touch it. Just for you. There you go. Now we set this back down very carefully. All right. I have one other one that's that intricate that I also bought at the same time. We went on a spending spree. Any guesses what that is? If you guess it, if I see a comment on what it is, we'll bring it out next time. Like, anybody cares. Like, the both of you watching this far care. Okay. card of the day, epic. Quotes. We brought them back. Anything other than Bitcoin, right? Those kind of Bitcoin videos I kind of upload from our group that I kind of do the daily updates, just to get some more content out on YouTube to help those people navigate a little bit better. And that's that. We'll wrap it up here. Have a great 1st of May. We have the 2nd of May coming tomorrow, if you can believe it. Cinco de Mayo on Monday. That could be wild. Bitcoin doing well. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Chainlink shirts on for Chainlink updates.